Hey guys, Bellatrix Pretzel here, and thank you for joining me for another speed build. So I know that Wednesdays are my Let's Play days, but to be completely honest, I did not feel like recording a Let's Play. Not one bit. So I'm skipping the Let's Plays for this week. I hope you guys will forgive me, but I didn't want to leave you guys video lists, so here we go. We have another speed build. So this is my family home, and I called it that because I loosely based it on the house that I grew up in. Yeah, so it was built on a 30 by 20 lot. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and it came out to 123,380 simoleons. So the shape of the house and a little bit of what the exterior landscaping looks like is what was based on my house. The rest was a little bit inspiration from the house and a little bit just what looked good and what was accessible from The Sims. Yeah, and then the family was once again loosely inspired by mine, and by that I mean that it's a traditional mom-dad family with 2 kids, a boy and a girl. Though in this family the kids are twins, and my brother is 2.5 years older than me, so not twins. And the interests, the aspirations, the skills, whatever, they are different. Yeah. Anyways, so here we go. I am working on the layout. I feel like part of me feels like I should have made a basement, because the house I grew up in actually had like a full basement, and that's where my brother's room currently is actually. When we stopped sharing rooms, I got the one upstairs, and my parents converted the basement to be half a bedroom. So I felt like I should have done that, but I decided against it because half the basement would be completely useless in The Sims, since half of it is really just storage and laundry room. And I mean, there is another bathroom in their basement, but I mean, I didn't really want to make a basement for a bedroom and a bathroom. So yeah. Anyways, putting in the wallpapers, putting in the flooring, making sure all of that is nice and done. And yeah, here we go. So this part, the front yard right here with the hedge fence is, I mean, my parents' house does not have that at all. But my mom does want to fence in the front yard a little bit. She does want to have these hedges, and I add a small seating area in there at the end of this video, and that is something that she wants to do one day in the future. Yeah. Also, our driveway is technically not on our property. It's sort of between our property and our neighbor's property. Our driveway is technically city property, so it shouldn't be on the lot, but I really wanted to add a driveway to it. So yeah, anyways, that's the kind of thing that makes it loosely based on the house and not fully based on it. Yeah, anyways, so I had a hard time with the top of that. I couldn't make the fencing work, so I used, I don't know what the heck object that is, and I just used that with some cheats to put a top to this little fenced-in area, which ends up being like a potted shed, I want to say. I mean, it's obviously not a shed, but I can't really think of any other way to describe it. Because, yeah, my parents do have a little, actually quite a big patch of earth in the backyard that they use to grow veggies in. Like this year they have lettuce and green beans, and they had raspberries, strawberries, black raspberries, not to be confused with blackberries. There's a difference. I don't know if they grew tomatoes this year. They did grow cucumbers. Anyways, moving on. Point is, that was something I could recreate, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to have a little potting thing. I don't know what to call that, honestly. A potting square rectangle place. Yeah, anyways. Oh, God, that sound is going to be awful when you guys hear it. I'm so sorry about that. Alright, so I'm just sort of planning out where the flower beds will go, because my mom absolutely loves gardening, so I figured there should be a couple of flower beds, even though my mom has a lot more than there are in this video. Anyways, it's time to meet the family, so I'm going to stop talking for now. Alright, let's meet this family. So this is Jasper Russell. He has the nerd brain aspiration. He's a music lover, a foodie, and he loves the outdoors. So that's his everyday outfit. Next up we have his formal. I don't know what those words I just said was, but I mean, I'm sure you guys understood what I meant to say. Then we have his athletic, his sleepwear, his party wear, and his swimwear. Next up, we have his lovely wife, Linda Russell. She has the freelance botanist aspiration. She's a bookworm, a foodie, and a perfectionist. So this is her everyday outfit. I love this top and skirt together. I wish I had that. Next up, her formal, her athletic, her sleepwear, her party wear, and of course her swimwear. We have the first of the two twins, Amy Russell. She has the artistic prodigy aspiration, and she's an art lover. So this is her everyday outfit. We have her formal, her athletic, her sleepwear, her party wear, and her swimwear. And last we have her twin brother, Xander Russell, who also has the artistic prodigy aspiration, and he's a music lover. So that is his everyday outfit. We've got his formal, his athletic, his sleepwear, his party wear. I know I always use this outfit for boy kids in The Sims, but the suspenders and the bow tie is just too adorable not to use. And then we have the swimwear. And that's it for this family. Let's get to the furnishing of this house. Alright, we've met the family and now we are furnishing. So to start off, we are making a full bathroom up on the top with some nice little counter space in there. And of course, I do put blinds. Just kidding. Not about the blinds, I do put some on, but I'm joking that the of course was needed because I very rarely put blinds in my houses. I tried for a while and then I lost the habit, and it's just not for me. It's just not something I'm good at remembering to do. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for the bathroom. And here I am working on the bedrooms, the bedroom for the twins. Oh, what's the girl's name? I remember the kid's name is Xander, but I don't remember what I named the girl. I want to say Amy? It's probably not Amy. Anyways, moving on. This is their bedroom. I put in, decent amount of dressers. You can put a lot of clothes away in there. You have 2 beds, some stuffed animals, lots of toys, as well as a toy box. I give them each a little table to draw on. And, unfortunately, I did not put a violin in here. So if you guys download this house and this family and play with them together, I would definitely throw in a violin so that Xander can practice his music skill, since he does have the music lover trait, so having a violin in there would be perfect for him. And yeah, this bedroom is big enough that when they grow up into teenagers and, are no longer of an age where they should share a room, you guys can easily just throw a wall in between there, add another door, and just turn it into 2 smaller bedrooms. Yeah. Next up, we have the master bedroom. So I do put 2 dressers in there. My parents do have 2 closets in their house. They're relatively small closets, so you can't actually fit that much, but they each have one, and they have actually 3 dressers in there because, well, they needed the extra space for clothes. Thinking about it, my mom gives me, she bugs me about how many clothes I own, and I'm thinking about it, and, she owns a lot of clothes. My dad barely has anything. My mom has, 2 dressers, her closet, and half of my dad's. So, I'm thinking about everything she tells me about how many clothes I have, and she actually has even more clothes in storage in the basement. Damn, she has a lot more clothes than I do, but she gives me so much, she hassles me about how many clothes I have. I have to have a talk with her, don't I? Anyways, moving on, just finishing decorating that room. I throw in a rug, and then I work on the closets. I put a full length mirror on in each one, and then I put the hanging things. I really should have done that on the opposite wall instead of putting shelves like I did. It's just because that's what my parents actually have. They have shelves on one end and hangers on the other, but there's nothing you can really put in the shelves in this game, which really, really sucks, actually. Like, I just put a bunch of different colored towels in the mom's side closet, and I do put clothes in the dad's side closet, but, like, I mean, they're all blouses. Like, my dad does not own that many blouses. Come on. He maybe owns, like, 2 button shirts, if I'm gonna button up shirts, if I'm being honest. I mean, once again, it's not like this is my family living in here, but just, drawing similarities, and yeah. Anyways, I really shouldn't have used the shelf thing. I should have just used those hanging clothes again. It would have worked so much better. But yeah, I mean, hopefully one day we'll get more items, like decorative clothing items we can stick on shelves, or even, purses or shoes on their own that you can stack on top of there, and you can just easily edit that. Yeah, so if you guys download this house, you guys can keep it as is if you like how it looks, and if you don't, delete the shelves, delete the shirts, and just add a dresser, or put in more of those hanging clothes, or just get rid of the closets altogether and, I don't know, turn them into something else, expand the room, whatever. And then there's the linen closet, which my parents' house is tiny, actually. It's not nearly that big. Oh, shoot, I forgot about this part. I'm sorry for this blank part in there. My mouse actually stopped working for a while, so I needed to get one with the USB key. You just have to plug that shit in. Like, you don't even have to use the mouse that's plugged in. Just sometimes my mouse pad stops working, and I have to plug in a USB mouse, and then I can use my mouse pad again while the USB is plugged in. I don't know. My computer's super weird. I need a new one. Yeah, I literally just put Kleenexes on these shelves because there's just nothing else that worked. So it's a little weird, but yeah, I did what I could. I'm sorry. Yeah, and then I'm just putting a bit of decorations in the landing, and I move on to the downstairs. Yeah. Alright, so a little plant in the entrance, as well as a painting up there, or photographs rather. And then I move on to the living room, which I will admit is a little boring, but this room I did really base off of the living room in my house, my parents' house, I should say. We have green leather couches. They're super old. The pillows are ripped up, both from wear and from my one of my cats. Well, I mean, he died, so he's not really one of my cats anymore. But anyways, my cat Gandalf the Grey, we got him when he was a kitten. He still had his claws in, and he just sort of like ripped up the sides of the couch. I need to move on because I'm gonna cry if I keep talking about him. It's still kind of recent, and he was like a year and a half when he got hit by a car. Anyways, I don't want to talk about this. It's gonna make me sad. So yeah, we really only have one coffee table, and then just a bunch of just one other table. It's not even a table. I think it's a stool, but we use it as a table. It's sort of like a mix and match furniture situation in my parents' living room, which I did not go with here. I actually went with things matching perfectly. And we don't have a bookcase, but we do have a lot of storage for DVDs and stuff on the wall where I put the bookcase. There's also a fireplace in my parents' house, and I don't know, I didn't think that a fireplace would look all that nice in this room, especially since there's a window where the fireplace would go. Yeah, anyways, next up we have the dining room with plenty of added storage with end tables and stuff. Couple of plants in there as well, and just decorative plates, because why not? I really like those decorative plates that came with the Parenthood pack. I think they're adorable. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the dining room. Moving on to the kitchen. The kitchen is actually something that's being renovated in my parents' house right now. Like, it was pretty small. It was okay, this house, the way I made it on The Sims is bigger than the houses in real life. I didn't really, I wasn't really gonna put that much effort into making it the exact same size. That would have just been annoying. Plus, it's The Sims. There's only so much you can do. Like, we have an L-shaped staircase at my parents' place. We don't have a straight one. So it does, no, not an L-shape. It's actually curved. Because it goes straight for about half of it, and then it curves for the last half. So it curves like 180 degrees. And yeah, so you can't really do that on The Sims anymore. Not since they took out spiral, well, not took out, they had spiral staircases in Sims 3, but they never brought those back for The Sims 4. I miss those. God, they were great. But yeah, so anyways, this house is a little bit bigger, but my parents have been renovating the kitchen, making it bigger. They used that little extension, the extension being the part of the house that's covered in sliding and not brick. They use that little extension. They're sort of pushing the kitchen through there. And I sort of got the colors of the kitchen in The Sims based on the colors that my mom is getting for her kitchen. Blue counters and white countertops, and then some wood at the top, wood cabinets. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to the outside. Verbally speaking, since you guys have, are seeing the outside being put together as I was still talking about the kitchen. Anyways, putting in all the flower beds, and then I do a little seating area up front here. We'll get to that really soon. Something I forgot to record is me putting in a mailbox, but I do put in a mailbox, and when you guys download this house, there will be a mailbox, I swear. And I believe there's already a garbage after the sidewalk, so I didn't add one because you don't really need to. And then I sized up a toy car to have a car in the driveway. And that's it for this house. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, check out my other videos, check out my other channel. Link in the description to that below. Download this house, download this family, favorite it on the gallery. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. And oh boy, there's still quite a few screenshots to get through, and I'm out of things to say. Again, like always. Surprise, surprise, Bellatrix. Yeah. So, how are you guys doing? Yep. I don't know what to say. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.